Today we're at the start of a brand new week. I hope that you're doing well. This is the Data Roundtable for Monday. This is the same format that I'm introducing and I'm sticking with for the summer, where anybody can bring up any topic. Feel free to just put it in the chat. Let me know what you're thinking about. I'm here to facilitate the discussion among all um, data scientists, data professionals, data engineers, whatever it is that you do related to data. This is the place for you. This is the place for all of us to talk and to share and to come together and just keep on developing ourselves, keep on developing our skills, and just keep on talking about data. A lot of the data science stuff that we do is so rooted in experimentation. It's so rooted in the scientific method. So what that means for a lot of us is expressing your ideas, putting your ideas out there, saying, "Hey, look, this is how I see things. How do you see things?" So that's the purpose of the Data Roundtable. I'm here to listen. I'm here to help. So let me know that you're out there. Let me know how I can help you. Let me know what you got coming up this week. It's always good to be optimistic on Mondays, right? We got to be optimistic on Mondays to help us through the week. So let me know what you have going on in your life, in your practice of data and data science. For me, I've had a pretty good start to the day. I'm going to do my streaming. I'm going to do some client work. I'm going to do a little bit of shopping today and just kind of enjoy the week and see where everything ends up. I'm doing I'm trying to budget the time to be able to do some more personal research, but at the same time, I also have stuff I need to do for clients. My coaching business is growing very well. I actually signed a new client yesterday, so looking forward to working with them. It's always exciting to bring on a new client, right? As much as it is to also work with my existing clients, kind of see the challenges that everyone is going through. So going to be doing that today. Going to start off my week in that good way. I'm going to do a little bit of traveling this week at the end of the week, and then we'll just kind of see what the day and the month brings after that. Because at the end of this week, we're going to be in August, if you can believe that. So August is when people take their last minute vacations, kind of thinking about back to school and things like that. So it's amazing to think that we're really just on the brink of August here. It'll be August just in a couple days. So, wow. But yeah, so that's what's going on in my life. What's going on with yours? Let me know. Feel free to pop into the chat and let me know how you're doing. What's going on with you? What are you working on? What are you looking at? What are you stuck on? This is the place for it. So look forward to hearing from you today and this week, and see where the conversation takes us. See where the data roundtable goes. Gonna adjust my camera here a little bit. Manoj, how are you, my good friend? In the chat, we have Manoj. Good morning, Sir Dennis. Greetings from Bangalore, India. Well, greetings to you too, Manoj. How are you, my friend? Good, so good to see you. Hope you're staying cool out there in India. I know it's hot in many parts of the world. It's certainly hot where I live. It's going to be really hot tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're going to reach about 45 degrees Celsius tomorrow. So it's going to be really hot out here. So let me know how you're doing, Manoj. Hopefully everything's going good with you. I know that you're always looking at different projects to move your skills along. So good for you. Hope those projects are going well. And anybody else in the chat that wants to say hello, just feel free to pop in. Manoj says, I'm good. Thanks for asking. Love the way you care about people. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a skill. It's a skill you have to work at as far as how you run a room, how you run a meeting. When I do these live streams, I'm using some of those same soft skills from data science, right? This is the same way I would run like stakeholder meetings or whatnot, right? And to be frankly honest, I kind of made that mistake a lot early in my career, where you think, okay, let's jump to the materials, let's get to the agenda, let's not waste people's time, right? But that's actually perceived in a negative way by many people, right? And it's certainly not an emotionally intelligent way to communicate or to run meetings or whatnot. So that's something that I've definitely learned in my career, definitely as from the during the data science portion of my career, right? So I appreciate that you noticed that, Manoj, but it's definitely a skill that I've worked at, that that yeah, you have to be aware of, right? You can't develop the skill if you're not aware of it to begin with. But yeah, I've been working on doing that. And also, I mean, as funny as it sounds, Manoj, you're not the first person to tell me that. I've had other people tell me that. Like, I'm talking like in the corporate world, like when I run meetings or whatnot, or sometimes people overhear you running a meeting. Um, I've received comments and compliments about that, about how I run meetings and all that. So thank you, I appreciate that, Manoj. It's part of the many, many soft skills that you need as a data scientist. So gotta keep on developing those soft skills. Super important in data science. Highly, highly underrated in data science. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that's not really talked about enough, and it's also not easy to train, right? It's really up to you, the data scientist, to invest the time in doing that. But yeah, I've been working at it. So again, thanks again, Manoj, for that, for noticing that. So anybody else that's joining us in the chat, welcome. This is the data roundtable format where anybody can bring up any topic that they'd like. Let us know what you're working on, what you're stuck on, what you're reading, whatever you'd like. The floor is open for anybody who wants to contribute. That's the beauty of the roundtable format. Manoj says, yes, those soft skills are so important. I read the book Emotional Intelligence, got through your AI in 1 minute. I read the book and got through your AI in 1 minute. Um, got through your AI mail in 1 minute. Oh, right, right. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I follow you now. So Manoj here is referring to my newsletter. In my newsletter, I will often recommend books, and I did recommend a book on emotional intelligence because I do think it's an important topic. Um, so yeah, I mean that's definitely part of it, right? Being able to communicate and to connect with an audience is definitely uh, connected or part of the skill of having emotional intelligence. So good, Manoj. I'm glad you found that book useful. It certainly helped me a lot. And I think that for people that are looking to work in corporate environments, it'll help them a lot too. So for anybody out there who wants to kind of help develop their emotional intelligence, there's a lot to it, right? And I definitely don't want to put myself out there as an emotional intelligence expert because I am not. I am still developing some of my skills. But one of the most basic things that you can work on is called perspective. And that's basically making an active attempt to understand other people's point of view. Like, not what is the message I am giving, but how is my message being received? Or how do other people see my message? Or when other people express an opinion, you would think, well, why would they express that? What is driving them to have that view or that opinion? In other words, kind of being able to see it from their side, right? That's called perspective. And that's one of the basic things you can work on because because if you can develop perspective and understand why somebody is saying something or what drives them to do something or say something, then you're developing, or you're on your way to developing empathy, right? And it is nearly impossible to be emotionally intelligent without having empathy for others. So that's one of the things that I started working on when I first thought about this topic. So maybe that'll help some of you too. But if you can start to see other people's perspectives, then it leads to empathy, which then, you know, isn't that alone is not emotional intelligence, but it puts you on that road. It puts you on on the possibility of achieving that, right? It gives you a chance to achieve that, right? So that's what I would recommend for anybody that's looking to kind of develop their emotional intelligence skills. Um, that's a really good first step that you can do on your own. Doesn't require anything special to do that. Just start seeing things from other people's perspectives, right? Why would they say something? How are they receiving my message? If you can start to do that, then you're taking small steps towards achieving emotional intelligence. So keep that in mind, guys. So for anybody else joining us, this is the Data Roundtable. You are welcome to bring up any topic that you'd like. That's the whole purpose of having an open format. So let me know what you're working on, and happy to help, or happy to give you advice, or maybe somebody in the chat will help you. Right? That's the beauty of the format. After I finish here, I'm going to be streaming over on Instagram. Instagram has been very active. I've grown by 50% over on Instagram in the last 4 weeks. But yeah, anybody who wants to follow me on Instagram, you can also do that. It's funny how the conversations are a little bit more mature here on YouTube. And on Instagram, the questions tend to be a little bit more about students, degree programs, masters, jobs, things like that. It's a funny contrast in the types of chats that happen here versus the chats that happen on Instagram. So I find that amusing. All right, guys. So speaking of Instagram, I think I'm gonna hop over there. So thank you so much for joining me today. Again, I do the open format every single day at this same time, 1500 GMT. So for whatever time it is in your time zone. But as always, I want to ask you to please take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I will see you guys next time.